Warning. This channel is not for pussies. The advice given on this channel should not be taken too seriously. Failure to understand that may lead to serious case of keyboard warfare in the comments below. Don't say I didn't warn you. World of Tanks is a free-to-pay massively multiplayer online game in which majority of the players don't take the time to understand the game mechanics and then blame OP tanks and their noob team for losing, and then go to forums and cry endlessly about wargaming being evil. If you want to belong to the other part of the players who can find their own ass in the dark without the benefit of the flashlight and written instructions, then close the Pornhub, put down your beer, and pay very close attention. Because this shit gets deep pretty fucking fast. To make your first steps easier, I'll guide you through the things you absolutely have to know to not be caught with your pants down like a red-headed stepchild. When you first log in, you will be greeted with a garage, where you will probably spend a lot of time preparing for battles, browsing different tech trees, and looking at the stats of the tanks that you cannot afford. At the very beginning you will only have a couple of filthy peasant tier 1 tanks, but don't worry, with a lot of persistence, time and possibly money thrown in to accelerate the grind, you will soon start ascending towards greatness. Step 1. Pick a tank you would like to play. It's not a bad idea to take a good look at the tech tree and try to figure out which tech trees you think you would enjoy playing and which ones look like complete shit. There are 5 vehicle classes in the game. Light tanks are generally very mobile, have good spotting abilities, and are stealthy as fuck. Medium tanks are the most versatile because they tend to combine good mobility, good firepower, and sometimes even pretty damn good armor too. Who would have thought? Heavy tanks, when they are not camping the base, should be right on the front line brawling it out with the enemies, using their good armor and big guns to outplay the enemies. Of course there are numerous exceptions to the rules about which I won't go into details this time. Yes, Tiger, I'm looking at you. The 4th class are tank destroyers. They are mostly very stealthy, have very powerful guns, and fucking toilet paper for armor. And of course there are exceptions here too. Yes, Jagged Panzer E100, I'm looking at you. Then, there is the last class in the game. Some say that if you touch it, you can get cancer, and that its ammo racks are filled with pork. All we know is, it's called the artillery. Its role in the game is to drop high alpha damage bombs on unsuspecting enemies, sending them packing back to garage and rage on the forums about fucking OP sky cancer lol. Skilled players can indeed rack up serious damage in artillery, but it is still the most vulnerable and defenseless vehicle class in the game. Step 2. When you have picked a tank for your very first game, press the service button. Make sure you have the ammo loaded, and also press resupply and repair automatically. That will make sure that you will not enter your next game without ammo. Entering a World of Tanks game without ammo is like going into a biker bar and yelling, "Man, love rules." Okay. Also, loading a repair kit, first aid kit, and a fire extinguisher is not a bad idea. Step 3. Get rid of all the other distractions and press the battle button. You will be greeted with a loading screen in a minute or two. Now, there are 15 players on your and on the enemy team, but you normally have to worry only about a couple of them, because usually most of them are filthy plebs. When the map is loaded, there will be 30-second initial period, which is usually used by players to abuse others. Look for clan members, and if you're on the European server, ask who else is Polish. In your very first game, it is useful to imagine that you are playing dodgeball. Basically, in tier 1 tanks, everything that flies your way will penetrate your shitty armor and do damage. One of the skills that separate great tankers from peasants is being able to avoid as much damage as you can. Even though some would see it as being a coward, it's better to be a healthy coward than a fucking dead braveheart. Use the mini-map to find your way around the battlefield. Avoid the blue patches, also known as water. It is there for scrubs who cannot drive, and also artillery, who like to deny enemies getting a kill on them by suiciding their sorry asses. The victory in a match can be achieved by either capturing the enemy base or annihilating all the scrubs on the enemy team. All of those can be seen on the minimap. Pay close attention. Use the minimap or it will use you. Also, make sure you remember the hotkeys for your consumables. On this tank it is numbers 4 to 6. It will become very useful when someone blows your tracks off, or cooks your engine, or maybe one of your crew members gets knocked the fuck out. Use your mouse wheel to zoom in and take a closer look at your targets. that will enable you to make shots that would otherwise be hard to achieve. Remember, cover is your friend. In general, avoid big open fields, especially if you are in a very slow tank. It's a very good idea to stay somewhat close to places you can take cover, in case shit hits the fan. Learn to use your gun's capabilities to your advantage, and rip a big gaping holes in anyone who dares to take a swing at you. At the end of the game you will be greeted with a results screen. It will either praise the glorious victory of your team, or make you lower your head in shame for the crap performance and utter inability to deal any damage. Sometimes it will even be exactly in the middle. You will use the experience and credits you've earned to research and buy new and better modules and tanks. Remember, this is a game, and not real life. Therefore the main goal here is to have fun. Yes, I know sometimes having fun is difficult while being harassed by stupid and annoying pricks, but keep yourself together. Someone who got mad at you in a game is not worth losing your temper. Keep calm and game on. And while you're here, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving this video a stiff thumbs up below. Also leave a comment and say what you would like to see next, and subscribe for more honest videos. That's it for now. I'll go wreck some pigs.